everybody. Welcome back to Nashville Unsigned. We are hanging out on the infamous red couch with Tommee Proffitt.
It's a nice couch.
We may or may not have purchased this on Craigslist. Don't judge us. Don't tell anyone.
Hey,
Don't tell anyone.
I love it.
Actually, I think it was Facebook Marketplace, but whatever, same thing. Nice. So welcome, man. I'm so
Thanks for having me.
excited to have you on the couch. We have worked with so many people that you've worked with. To name a few, Kappa and Circina, and we just had Flurry. And so we have definitely monitored what you are doing for quite some time.
Awesome.
And not in a creepy stalker way.
It's all right.
You're like, I know how to handle those. I know how to handle those. So, so tell us, like, how long have you been in Nashville? I know you recently made a move.
I'm from Michigan, actually. I just moved here just a year ago.
Yeah.
I was traveling here like all the time from Michigan, and for like a week at a time, and I was leaving my wife with our 3 kids all the time. And I remember one time I was packing up my computer at the end of an awesome week, and it just dawned on me, like, why don't we just move here? Like, what am I doing? I keep driving here and leaving them, and like I'm losing opportunity not being down there. And it was just like all of a sudden it was like a moment of revelation.
I gotta go.
So yeah,
I
so
gotta
we started
go.
the process.
So
it's
welcome.
been amazing. It's been amazing. I love it so
I'm
much.
sure. And you're connected with some amazing people like Wendy Duffy is, who we had heard about you through her. But you have had 4 albums that you released on your own, and you're primarily a producer.
Yes, they're called Cinematic Songs, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4. And basically I get with all these artists that you mentioned, like Molly, Circina, and Flurry, and Kappa, and we do these songs for TV and film, like movie trailers and TV promos. And we have like, you know, we've made like 60 songs, and we pitch them to music supervisors, and they're getting placed in trailers and stuff. But they're not really like on brand.
Like living somewhere.
Yeah, they're not really on brand for some of these artists that also do like indie pop stuff, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't work on their records. So I kind of was just like, hey, what do you guys think about doing like a compilation album as a producer? Like, you know, as like a cinematic composer, putting out a compilation record with featured artists on all the songs, you know what I mean? And then that way it kind of has like a home for them. And they're super fun. They're like my favorite thing to work on. And it's kind of like work that we're already doing anyways. And then once I have 12, 13 songs, we just put them out, you know what I mean? So it's a fun way to let other people hear some of these songs that we're doing for trailers, other than just the people that are making the trailers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you've got, I know what I do a lot with your albums is I actually work to them, because some of them don't have lyrics or you're not featuring an artist on it. It's just your instrumentals. And I'll literally like just work to those, just because I feel like I'm like in the Hunger Games and I'm like going at the computer right now. Like I feel like I'm in Twilight or something. Something crazy's happening.
I love just like making epic music, like super big cinematic, you know, sound. And I feel like every time I do a song, I like try to make it as big as I can, and then I always think, what could I do to make it one more step bigger? Like I'm always pushing like one more thing, just add a drum kit, add some guitars, make it massive.
Yeah.
So it's just like a wall of epic sound, you know.
So
epic. That's like my favorite thing.
So a lot of people probably do know this at this point, but you're kind of the guy behind the scenes a little bit with NF. Huge fan. That Perception album, absolutely insane.
Thank you.
And so you did some stuff recently with him on that album, right?
I've done a majority of all of his albums, because he's from Michigan. So we're friends. We met in Michigan a long time, like 8 years ago. And we just kind of started working together for fun as friends, you know. And it was so weird. We worked one night randomly. He called me. He was like, I'm going to be in town. You want to work? You know, I just saw you built a new studio. And we just worked on a song, and that song is the one that ended up making it out to Nashville, got him signed as an artist, got me signed as a producer-writer with him. So we've kind of been on this journey the whole time as a team.
Together.
And it's been so fun to watch. Like 5 years ago, like where we both were, like, but especially him, you know, and his music, and just seeing where it's gone, like, super proud of him, super excited.
Man, from the heart, 100% real, like, performance. That cage thing, too, like, insane. You're killing it, man. You're killing it.
He is brilliant. He knows a lot of the visuals and the concepts of his record. Like he's thinking about these things way down the road, and he kind of knows where he wants to go, and he's made some really smart decisions, you know. So
and the mastermind sitting right next to him in that process.
It's cool because he likes cinematic music as well. I mean, if you listen to it, there's obviously a cinematic bent in a lot of it. He loves storytelling and movies and dark, moody, emotional stuff, you know. So that's kind of the common ground that we shared. So we kind of come together in the middle and just kind of make some really cool, unique stuff.
Dude,
you know?
that's so awesome.
Yes.
So awesome. So tell us something random or weird about yourself, or maybe not even weird, just random, that a lot of people don't know about you. It could even be like a weird skill set or hobby.
Street magic.
Street magic?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to dive into this.
I used to watch those David Blaine specials on TV, and I was just like mesmerized by it. So I'd always like watch in slow motion and rewind and try to figure out these card tricks, and I would just practice for hours. And I used to like really pour into magic.
We're gonna have a second interview with Tommee that's all magic one day.
I will come back for that.
Yes, that's awesome. So the last question is WHYLD, which is what have you learned, dude? What are your most valuable learning lesson, or your most valuable one that you can give to some up-and-comers, maybe even an up-and-coming producer?
I had someone like actually share this with me a while ago, and I've like kept it with me every day, literally every day, and I feel like this is super important. There's a lot of collaborations, right? There's a lot of different people that are doing things, and they just kind of said it's really important to just be really selfless and giving with like just publishing percentages and like, you know, ownership of like songs. Like that's a big deal, right? To writers and musicians. And they're like, you know, if there's 3 people in a room, someone comes later and they just contribute a little bit, like, you know, just split it 4 ways. Like we should all get 30, they should get 10. Like just kind of be a really easy, I guess the advice really was just be an easy person to work with.
Yeah.
Don't be super demanding. Don't be like, you know, a credit hound, you know, and just be easy to work with. And then people will want to keep working with you. You know, because you could be that guy that's fighting for 5% right now, but then in 2 years, you might not even have 5% to be fighting for because no one's knocking on your door.
Yeah,
you know
everybody's like, he was fighting over 2.75%. Like,
it's just, I don't know. I mean, I know it's important. Those things are important, you know, but you don't want to be known as the guy that's tight with percentages.
That's a good, that's good feedback, especially for producers. You know, the city is just like, there are producers everywhere, like in a basement, in the kitchen, in the bathroom of one house. You know, like there are producers everywhere right now. So that is very good sound advice.
I think if it's viewed more as a team effort, you know what I mean? And you're not counting, well, how many notes did you come up with? And how many notes did I come up with? Like, you guys, the song wouldn't have happened without all of you in the room. And
you're
just
like, that's just too much paperwork, you know what I mean? Anyways.
So, I mean, that and just work your butt off. Passion is the single most thing that differentiates people who make it and don't make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it drives you.
Just sacrificing so much time. And I mean, how much time do we spend on our phones and Netflix and movies and TV? Like nowadays, it's like if you want to get into the industry, you need to cut out 40 extra hours of screen time. You know what I mean? And just pour into your craft and like pour everything you can into that. I think that's the most important thing.
And wise advice. You know. Tommee Proffitt, everybody. We're going to sync him up on everything, and we're going to make sure that you guys get his most recent cinematic songs. Get on that because it's going to be probably one of your favorite new albums. And you have all kinds of artists in there too, so you get a little bit of everything. So Tommee Proffitt, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We're out, guys.
You know you want to subscribe.